Well, all right. Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. It's digital host A.J. Wuest here, welcoming you back to Before the Four, the live stream where I go through some of 48's top news stories and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast. I hope you're all having a fantastic Friday so far. First, let's talk about the weather. Week 0 of high school football here in the Tennessee Valley is officially upon us, and we've had several games last night and a whole lot more to come for later tonight. It feels like Christmas morning. For me personally, this is one of my favorite times of the year. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis lets us know what we can expect for later tonight as the season kicks off. Brad?
Well, this Friday evening, still a chance for some showers and thunder showers as we go into the northeast corner of the state. And nothing going on there right now as of about 3:11. Depending on when you're watching this, of course, you may have already seen the rain move in. But that's the area we're kind of primarily focused on as we go later into the day, right up here into the higher terrain. So a bit of an easterly wave moving through. Temperatures just about where we expect them to be this time of year, although slightly cooler in Fort Payne at 83, 84 in Scottsboro. Looking at near 90 degrees pretty much everywhere. A little bit more sunshine out there now than we had earlier today. High school football, isolated storm chances are mainly confined to DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall County. Still a muggy night out there. Temperatures in the 70s, and overnight tonight lows around 70 degrees. Here's that 3-day forecast. 87 Saturday, 89 Sunday. But the front moves in Sunday afternoon, and good weather starts moving in. Patio weather for Sunday evening. Perfect weather much of next week. We'll take a look at that 10-day forecast at 4, 5, and 6.
And also, I say it every night. Let me pull it up real quick. First Alert Weather Extra, that is tonight at 9:30. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis, he'll be back here in the CTV Center, and he'll have all the latest that he's seeing on the radar. He'll have your weekend weather. Feel free to leave a comment. He will shout you out online, and again, you can watch it wherever you're watching Before the 4 this afternoon. Again, that is tonight at 9:30. But now, moving over to a story in case you missed it, a dispensary in Huntsville is closing up shop. This after the new Alabama hemp law went into effect last month. 48's Callie Neese with the details.
This is the Green Lady, one of the state's first hemp shops. Its doors have been open since 2019, but now they will be closing.
I don't know what those customers are going to do.
Jason Pauls is the owner of the Green Lady, and he told me that House Bill 445 is to blame. The bill, now a law, bans smokable hemp in the state of Alabama. It also limits the amount of THC in other products, like gummies, to just 10 milligrams. The bill's sponsor, Andy Witt, tells me that this law will keep the products out of the hands of children and teens.
Again, 41% of the DUIs in the state of Alabama are THC regulated. That's the reason we have got to regulate this product, and we've got to have someone oversee and license this product and take it out of the hands of our youth and our kids.
Paul says this took hundreds of products off of his shelves and his livelihood, adding that this was more than a store to him. He says his products help people with everything from arthritis to addiction.
And we hate to leave our community this way. I know it was nothing of our fault because we've done an amazing job here. But I just want to say thank you for the time that we've been allowed to do what we've been able to do. Thank you.
Reporting in Huntsville, Callie Neese, 48 News, on your side.
And now moving out to the city of Fort Payne, where raises are coming to city employees. The decision for the raises was unanimous among the Fort Payne City Council yesterday after it wasn't approved on Tuesday. 48's Faith Delp, all about it.
Mayor Brian Bain told me he realized the city was losing workers left and right to other townships. He believes this raise will slow that down. Bain says he and other city leaders compared their pay structure to other cities nearby and discovered Fort Payne wasn't as competitive as they thought.
Going through the payroll study, we were still, a little bit behind on our averages.
And still losing
Right.
an employee or two.
Yeah, so we felt like doing the 6% it would help to bump those numbers up.
Lynn Brewer is the president pro tem for City Council, and she says this was needed as the city continues to grow and new businesses are popping up all around town. After this was approved during the meeting today, Bain says the response from city workers has been extremely appreciative. Bain says they just want to take care of their people.
I'm so thankful that they deserve it.
Our people are our biggest asset. Not only our citizens, but our employees. So we got to do what we got to do to take care of especially our employees, but we've got to have those employees to take care of our citizens.
2023 and 2024 both saw a 3% increase, and this is a 6% pay bump, so 12% in just 3 years, which is in line with inflation figures. This raise will go into effect on October 1st. Reporting in Fort Payne, Faith Delp, 48 News, on your side.
Well-deserved raise right there for city employees in Fort Payne. But now we're going to head to break. But coming up, Buckhorn school leaders no longer allowing students to walk to and from school without a parent or legal guardian, and taking a look at the Columbia Eagles, who haven't won a game since 2015. And of course, you already know, more on the high school football games tonight here in the Valley. It's all ahead. I'll see you all in 1 minute. Well, all right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Before the Four. Now, a new school rule at Buckhorn Middle and High School is no longer allowing students to walk to and from school without a parent present. 48's Nick Ballinger with the details.
Out with the old and in with the new. No longer are students from Buckhorn Middle and High School allowed to walk home from school without a parent.
We didn't really know what today would look like.
School leaders sent out an email yesterday outlining the new rule. A spokesperson from the district tells me the change is because of a, quote, near miss at that crossing. On its first day in practice, the reviews were mixed.
But there were other kids that were coming across the street, by themselves. It's just...
Until there's a situation where there's proper safety measures, and then I'm good with it.
Robert Dousher lives next to the path.
As you notice, there's no crossing guards or anything there. Considering it's road right next to the school, but people fly down there all the time.
He, like other parents in the neighborhood, moved to their homes for one reason.
Partially because of the convenience of being able to walk, and so it's not an inconvenience for me to walk up and get her.
They were only a couple of parents who actually showed up on this first day. Many students walked home alone despite the rule, and only Ashley Crick, the mother of an 8th grader, was asked to walk all the way to the school.
He used it to call and say, hey, they're not letting me out unless you come. It was, the walk was fine, but I'm sitting here thinking, if it's raining, if it's cold and things like that, especially for just to walk from there to there.
Her 13-year-old son Bryson wasn't thrilled either about his mom walking him from the building.
I would hope people have enough common sense to be able to look both ways without getting hit. That's just common sense to me.
But Crick says she and every other parent would take a walk if it meant their child was safe.
Okay. Yeah.
And that ties directly into our 48 Facebook question of the day. Today, we asked, should middle and high schoolers be allowed to walk to and from school without a parent or guardian? Let's see what you all had to say. Looks like Jamie Chasen said depends on the neighborhood where the school is at. That is a good point there, Jamie. If it's not a very crowded area, then maybe you can get by with it. But if it's super populated, a lot of cars, a lot of traffic, I could definitely see where you're coming from there. Jamie, thank you so much for commenting. Looks like Sarah Morgan also left a comment. She said, the issue isn't walking to or from school. The issue is crossing the street next to the school. The cars, mostly high school drivers, are flying down the road with no regard for safety. On the other side of the school, it's even scarier when school gets out. I've seen several near misses just in the parking lot. That's what needs to be addressed, not forcing parents to walk with students. Great point there. Thank you so much for commenting, Sarah. Let's see who else commented. Paula commented. She said, yes, we let kids drive when in high school, but they can't walk. That's insane, LOL. Thank you for commenting, Paula. Brenda, seriously, why is this even a question? Absolutely, they can walk to school without a parent. What's next? Bubble wrap. Brenda, I appreciate it. Thank you for commenting. And we have one more that I want to shine a light on. Kelly said absolutely, but in case anyone forgot, when we were kids, there were crossing guards and safety patrol kids everywhere around the school. You are not seeing that near as often, if at all, nowadays. So great point there, Kelly. Thank you so much for commenting. But now, the Columbia Eagles here in Huntsville are currently on a 91-game losing streak. They haven't won a game since 2015. But the team is getting quite a bit of help this season thanks to former Auburn receiver Sammy Coates, Gatorade, and Aiden Hutchinson of the Detroit Lions. 48's Noah Cowell with the details.
What are you guys expecting tomorrow night?
A win.
A win.
What? Yes.
A win, something the Columbia High School football program hasn't experienced since the Obama administration. Over 9 straight seasons of losing across 5 different head coaches brings the Eagles to tomorrow night's test against Priceville, where they'll look to snap the dry spell of all dry spells.
I know they're going to win, right? Yes, they want to win the first game, but it's more so they're focused on we're going to win all the games. That's their mindset.
Even before game 1, new head coach Sammy Coates is reinstilling confidence into the hearts of the Eagle faithful. The last time Columbia won a game, Coates was a rookie in the NFL, coming off a standout career as an Auburn receiver where he was a crucial piece of their 2013-2014 National Championship run. Now, years removed from his playing career, Coates is here in Huntsville, taking on a taller task than most, with goals just as big as the rest.
I don't care who we play. They're a bunch of nameless great faces. We can't worry about who we play, got to worry about ourselves. Winning one game don't change the culture. Just make the spotlight get off you. I don't care how we do it, we need to win. So our goal is not to just win one game, but to win multiple games, and ultimately we're going to win championships.
Reporting in Huntsville, Noah Cowell, 48 News, on your side.
And tonight, the Columbia Eagles will be facing off against Priceville. We wish them both the best of luck tonight. We'll have highlights from dozens of games across the Tennessee Valley, including our game of the week, the Madison Academy Mustangs versus the defending Class 3A champions, the Mars Hill Bible Panthers. Also, make sure to tune in to our tailgate tour show starting at 5:35 tonight. You can watch that wherever you're watching before the 4 right now. 48 Sports Director Carl Prather will be out in Mars Hill bringing you a little pregame show. And of course, 48 Blitz in our 10 o'clock newscast and 48 Blitz OT right here streaming at 10:30. You're just not going to want to miss it. And of course, you can check all the local high school football scores on our website tonight. Just go to WAFF.com, sports section, and then sports scores. But yes, excited for a little high school football action now officially in week 0. But y'all, that is just about it for today's Before the 4 this Friday afternoon. I hope you all have a great night, a great weekend. Enjoy tonight's evening newscasts, and as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.